Gino from Gino's Family. I'm here with my girl Cecilia. Today we're going to show you a few tricks and a few secrets on making a good calamari at home. I've been making calamari for 20 years at the restaurant. My dad showed me how to make this. We used to buy it actually and have to clean it. It was such a mess to buy and to clean it. So what we ended up doing, I'd say about 15 years ago, we started buying this brand, Fisherman's Pride. It would come in these packages. This is still frozen. So one of the tricks that we use in the restaurant is we like to cut it frozen. So it's so much easier to work with, so it's so much quicker. This one was defrosted and thawed out. So now this one you have to cut each individual calamari by itself. But this one, let me show you what I do with this one. I'm gonna cut this off. Okay, so it's still in a block, which is fine, and I like to get it with the tentacles because the tentacles are great. If you want to make fried calamari, you can just take the tentacles off. If you're making fried calamari, you want to cut it and then thaw it out. But if you're going to cook it and stew it the way I'm going to do it right now, you can leave it whole like this. Now let me show you. Let me just throw this away. We have all the tentacles. Now the tentacles are small, so you don't have to cut these tentacles. They're nice size. If you get calamari that are bigger, these are 5 to 8s. So it means their tubes are 5 to 8 inches long. So they're pretty small. So the tentacles correspondingly are going to be small. So you don't even have to break them up. Once we throw them in the pot, they're going to thaw out in the pot. And the water from them thawing out is actually going to be part of the stew. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the calamari and I'm going to cut the calamari all together like this. You want to cut it all the same size. This is the size that I like to get. More or less this size. I'm going to throw them all in here. I guess it's about 1 inch, the size. And as you can see, it's so easy to cut them when they're all together and they're frozen. They cut down. Saves us a lot of time at the restaurant because if not, you have to cut each individual and you're making 30 or 40 pounds at one time. You're talking about hundreds of rings, so it just takes a lot longer. I know, we got to clean up us, Mom. It's got to clean up, right? So we better clean up. So let me finish cutting this. Now sometimes calamari will have some kind of plastic in it. People think it's plastic, but it's actually the backbone of the calamari. So if you see that, you can just take it out. But usually when you buy it in the package like this, they're already cleaned. Now let me show you the individual ones that I was talking about. This one individually, you just got to cut them individually. It takes a lot longer to cut, and you got to make sure you cut through it. So make sure and break it through. Yeah, go ahead, give me the next one. And I'll just finish cutting. That's right, you want to roll them up. Remember, because when you're working, you want to be comfortable, right? Mm-hmm. Give me this one, give me the next one. Okay, I'm going to cut this. And same thing, just make sure you break it up. I've got some olive oil heating up in that pot. 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. This is the fins of the calamari, that's fine. We're just going to throw them in here.
Is that yucky or no?
No, these are okay. We're going to wash our hands right as soon as we're done. So let me just keep on cutting.
Cut it.
You want to cut it? Let me get a little knife for you. We're all done cutting. You know what you can do? You're going to throw it in the pot with me. How about that? The olive oil is heating up. I have like 2 cloves of sliced garlic here. Let me see if it's hot. Okay. Let's throw the garlic in there. Now, Cece, take a look. It's nice and golden. See that? It smells good, doesn't it? Okay. The garlic is nice and golden, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump the calamari in. Let me dump it in because it's going to get here. Because the calamari's got water because it's frozen. Perfect. What you do is throw all this parsley in there. Chuck it in there. Just don't touch the pot. It's hot. Yeah. Good shot. I'm going to throw a touch of salt because what we're going to do is we're going to stew this with just the spices like this. And when it's almost prepared, I'm going to throw the marinara sauce in. So let me cover this. You want to put a little more? Let me put more. Bam. Just like that, right? I'm going to let this... You can do the rest. Sure, go ahead. Let me get a spoon. I'm going to stir this up a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to leave this like this. I'm going to cover this. And like I said, once this calamari starts to thaw, you're going to see the water and it's going to start stewing in its own juices. Now, trick with calamari, this is what we do with calamari. You either cook it fast and at a high temperature, like when you fry it. So it takes 30 seconds to cook in a really hot oil, or you cook it at a low temperature and slow, and that's what we're doing. That's one of the main tricks and secrets of making a good calamari. So let me cook this for about half an hour. I'll be right back and we'll show you how it looks. This calamari here has been cooking for about 10 minutes, guys. Let me show you. I haven't added any additional water here. This is just from the calamari that has been thawing out and been cooking. And you can see it's all cut really nice size. See that size right there? And you know how you tell if this calamari is ready? Let me show you. It's still really hot right now, but you know what? Pretty used to it. You grab the calamari and you want to pull it in half, and see it's still a little tough. So I'm going to throw it back in there. I'm going to let it cook for another 10 minutes. So it's going to be about a total of 20 to 25 minutes on there. We'll be right back. Calamari's turned pink. The reason why it's turned pink is because of the tentacles. Let me show you the way I check to see if it's ready. I'll get you a bigger piece here. Let me show you. Yeah, it's hot. See how hot it is? Woo! So what I do is I just test to see if I can rip it. Okay. See, as you can tell, it rips nice and easily, nice and gently. You see? What we're going to do with this calamari, I'm just going to drain all the water out. I'll put some on the plate just to show you. Calamari right now is ready for marinara sauce. If not, you can use it in other recipes. Get it cool off, you can use it in other recipes. This plastic that I was talking to you about, that's the cartilage. That's the backbone of the calamari. It's nothing bad. If it cooks in, just take it out. We hope you guys enjoyed this video.